ABC 7 News at 11.
In the midst of what is, by and large, one of the bleakest days in the story of our city, the sun came out.
Applause tonight and relief as an earthquake survivor is pulled from the rubble in Christchurch, New Zealand.
The search and rescue operation is moving at a hectic pace. Buildings are still crumbling. At least 300 people are missing tonight. Officials in New Zealand say yesterday's earthquake has killed at least 75 people.
ABC 7's John Olston is here with the latest information we're getting out of New Zealand tonight, John.
Dan and Carolyn, rescuers, as you say, have pulled a woman from the rubble more than 24 hours after the first jolt. This right here was a triumphant moment. Rescue workers and bystanders breaking into cheers. Office worker Ann Bodkin was freed from the debris and was immediately reunited with her husband, who watched anxiously every moment of this rescue. And tonight here in San Francisco, we talked to an earthquake expert with ties to the Bay Area, who just happened to be right in the middle of all and is now being pressed into service. Buildings weakened by the earthquake continued tumbling to the ground. All day, the 26-story Hotel Grand Chancellor, the tallest building in Christchurch, was on the verge of collapse. The area around it had to be evacuated. With hundreds of people missing, it's been a race against the clock as rescuers use their bare hands and heavy machinery to dig for survivors. A few have been pulled out alive.
I was buried under part of the ceiling. When I looked out, I saw that we were on the road and people were looking at us.
There is now a nighttime curfew in parts of the city, police promising to arrest anyone found wandering the streets after 6:30 p.m. One person who belongs there is the cousin of a San Francisco man.
Hey Jason, how's it going?
Hi Craig.
How's things in Christchurch today? Pretty crazy, I think.
San Francisco sales executive and New Zealand native Craig Stokes spoke with his cousin, Jason Ingham, a structural engineer who happened to be in Christchurch for an earthquake seminar.
And it's pretty frightening. I was in 4 strong aftershocks yesterday, which on each occasion brought more things falling down from buildings around you and stuff. So you very quickly learn to walk through the middle of the street.
Ingham was about to give a talk about retrofitting when the 6.3 quake hit.
And the hotel that we were doing our seminar in hadn't been damaged at all in the earlier earthquakes. But this time around, you get to see the walls opening up.
Ingham knows about quakes in the Bay Area. To earn his PhD at UC San Diego, he studied ways to improve bridges after the collapse of the Cypress Freeway during the Loma Prieta quake. In New Zealand, another issue has been liquefaction. Deanna Moyer, who has friends in the Bay Area, sent us this picture outside her home in a suburb of Christchurch.
It's like a little, a little boiling mud pool or a little bit of mud. It was very small.
For Craig Stokes, now living in the Bay Area, it's been unsettling seeing his home country like this.
It's Jason talking about sort of 4 aftershocks during the day and waking him up 6 times at night. It's pretty horrific. Yeah, it just really brings it home.
Jason Ingham expects to be in Christchurch for the next several days doing damage assessment. He says most of the buildings in town were not retrofitted, but the ones that were performed well. Carol?
All right, John. John Alston reporting. Now, former ABC 7 reporter Noelle Cisneros is in Christchurch tonight. We spoke to her just minutes ago. Here's what she had to say.
What we're seeing is that a 3 square kilometer area of the central city has been cordoned off, and it's cordoned off, one, because there's so much earthquake damage, but late this afternoon, there's a hotel here. It's the tallest hotel in downtown Christchurch. It's called the Grand Chancellor. It's 27 stories, and an aftershock hit the hotel, and the hotel started to lift. They decided they had to evacuate the hotel. They are anticipating that it will collapse. So they've cleaned out the whole area within 2 blocks of that hotel, because not only are they concerned about the very evident damage that could occur from a collapsing hotel, but that it could send shockwaves out into the neighboring area and trigger more collapsing buildings. When I was at the airport in Christchurch, I was waiting for my photographer who was coming in from Sydney. Also on that flight were members of an urban search and rescue team, about 100 strong. They came off the plane into the international area, all in their uniforms, and the people who had been laying around on the ground and looking just exhausted at the airport waiting to get in or out of Christchurch stood to their feet and gave them a rousing cheer and applause as they came through the international area on their way to do search and rescue in the town.
Now, to see more video from New Zealand and photographs of the earthquake's aftermath, go to our website, abc7news.com. We have them there for you on the homepage.
And we're going to move on now.